What's up? Power to the people. Good evening. All right, what we have here: keto diet, asparagus and celery, and a superfood omelet. Now, intertwined in both are sardines, a 3.75 ounce can in each. Um, I'm allowed 6 ounces of meat per day, but I do a little more sometimes. Today, in particular, I'm doing roughly, 8 ounces. I cooked them. The I cooked the sardines into the vegetables here. I don't cook my vegetables long. I grill them in healthy oils or healthy butter. So that's asparagus, celery, the sardines, and reasonable seasonings. I just picked it up with my finger just to show that it's not a greasy and messy food. That I eat healthy. I try to. Okay? Yeah. Um, the omelet, superfood omelet. Oh, by the way, there's I dice an entire garlic because I got them cheap at Sam's Club. I dice one up every day, and I mix it with the foods. Now I'm gonna eat a piece of this omelet because it came off just recently, so it's super hot. All right, you can see the smoke coming off of it. All right, you know I just made it. Right now, look, the garlic was in a big bag of Sam's, and I don't want it to waste, so I dice one whole up every day, mix it with my vegetables, with my omelet. If you're wondering what that white stuff is on top of my meats, that's garlic. On every meat dish that I make, I just go ahead and garnish it with the garlic. It's a good seasoning for one. It's a spice for two. It's a herb for three. And it lowers blood pressure. I mean, why would you not? Before this diet, I normally would make my eggs like burnt. Oh, and I was just eating the egg just to show y'all that the egg is made good and it's delicious, and it's got the sardines in it. Oh, superfood omelet. So it's the just two eggs. That's two eggs, but I cut it with egg whites, healthy egg whites, which stretches it, makes it more. All right. Put a lot of garlic in it. Season it. I put cayenne pepper and everything. It was good for you. And it's a nice spice, right? Hold up though. This is why it's a superfood omelet. Whole lot of garlic, like I said, and then the guacamole that I made. If I can't get the guac to blop, which is turned into a nice mushy mash, I'll dice it up and then put it in there like onions. But I got the guac to guap, and so you got the guacamole in here, the garlic, the sardines, and oh, the way I made the omelet was I fried the egg first, let it get nice and cooked thoroughly through, mostly through, and right at the point where it was just slightly runny, I took the guacamole. I diced the sardines up. Put them together, and then I put the guacamole on top of that, kind of like a patty, like a layered burger. And then I sat it in the middle of the big pan of fried egg, and then I splattered it down a little bit so it could spread evenly. And then once the egg was I folded the egg over while it was still a little bit runny because that's how I paste it. That's how I make my omelets. I never watched an omelet video, but I noticed when I let it cook all the way through, it doesn't paste together well. It doesn't hold. So I fold it over while it's still a little bit runny. Once I get it to fold, I flip it so that the side that's runny will cook thoroughly because I do not like snotty eggs. I do not like runny, sunny side up eggs. I do not like uncooked eggs. I cannot eat a raw egg. For a long time, I just did not like eggs. But now that I'm doing keto and this is a strict diet and I can only have but this and that, well, eggs it is. And I just cook them the way I like them, which is pretty much burnt with some color on them. Now, look, I was vegan for a while. People used to always ask, how do you stay full? How do you stay full? Well, one, do I look full? That's the key to life. You're not actually supposed to eat to your stuff. We're eating for nutritional value. I just spat. We're eating to have energy. We're eating so we don't starve to death. We're eating so that we can move around and get things done. We're not eating to remain on full. That itis that you think you have is actually your heart slowed down. The food is taking on an effect similar to lean. You know, promethazine, codeine, slow, same difference. Anything that slows your heart rate, anything with an opioid effect, is doing the same thing. The lean may have you may have adverse reactions to it because, of course, it's a hardcore drug, right? But the heart's reaction to things is what matters. That's what counts. So you want your heart pumping righteously, healthily, right? Do what you got to do to maintain a healthy heart, right? Now, that's when I was a vegan, but I stayed full because I was okay. I had a large fiber intake. I put apples and everything. Okay, I'm not vegan anymore, but this is how it'll help you. And I ate oatmeal, a big bowl every day for breakfast. That oatmeal I wouldn't eat again until about 2 p.m., 3 p.m. And that was me eating at 4 a.m. going out doing Uber and Lyft. So now on one meal a day, this is not a large caloric intake, right? But since it is a mass portion, especially of vegetables, and you see I only have 2 eggs here, but it looked like 8. I'm winning. I'm not eating to get full. I'm just eating so that I can maintain it till tomorrow. And it feels great, man. I finally have like this peace of mind that I've never had in life. Growing up, I mean, we ate whatever they gave us. I wish we had health advisors coming through and telling us like, hey, family, they eat what they eat, but we need you to be conscious of what your intake is so that you can develop some healthiness about yourself. You don't have to be your family. You don't have to accept what it is that they ingest just because that's what they do. And you wind up like me, diabetes at 19, trying to reverse it at 37. I'm not only doing keto for the reversal. I'm doing it because I like it now. And two, there are other testimonies of people finally doing away with diabetes. Like maybe not the signs, their sugar levels will spike, but ultimately they don't have to take their meds anymore. And that's the goal. So if this helps, good. If it doesn't, great. You will remember. Peace to you all. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to enjoy my meal, watch some television, then go read, and then go to sleep. All right now. Be blessed.